Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He'll buy some time right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 23. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. It across midfield.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 26 yards. And the Washington first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Howell throwing on 1st down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more? Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Powell. Out left to Dotson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On the return, here's Agnew. A nice little juke. A great return there, bombing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Out of the gun, McDonald. Trucks over him. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing is McDonald, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
McDonald sets to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. McDonald eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Phillips now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him point.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. McDonald. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Back to throw. McDonald. That's caught at the 2. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks use the short field to get in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Gibson. And some, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Phillips now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Powell. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howell. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 18. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. To throw on second down, McDonald. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Howell. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, McDonald. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after here coming up. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Howell with one final shot. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this